That wrestling community does hate me, though.
That's right, they hate Pat McAfee, but they love Randy Orton, heel or not.
St. Louis, Missouri, what do you want to talk about?
What do you guys want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? What do you guys want to talk about?
I want to talk Easter eggs as we do a deep dive breakdown of the Pat McAfee heel turn, where he aligns himself with Randy Orton out of nowhere, revealing himself to be the caller on the phone, and attacks Cody Rhodes.
This is my hometown.
Yes, Randy is from St. Louis, but I think he makes a mistake in how he words things in a second.
I still call St. Louis home. Make no mistake about it.
Okay, so he has to remind us that he's a heel.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am not doing this for each and every one of you. No.
Make no mistake about it, everybody.
I am doing this for me.
I'm doing this for me because everybody wants to cheer him. So Randy Orton is trying to get people to not cheer him.
I am doing this for my family.
However, when he says, I'm doing it for my family, well, that's kind of a face thing to do. So, like, it's a little mixed signals here.
And I am doing this for my real home, which isn't St. Louis, Missouri.
So you see right there, he's now saying, nope, St. Louis is not my home anymore, even though a second ago he did. I just think he didn't mean to say it in the first place, because the fact that he says St. Louis is not my home comes into play later.
At WrestleMania 42, I am going to walk out of Vegas with the WWE Undisputed Championship around my waist.
And if you want to walk out of this video with this championship around your waist, you can, because I'm going to give it away. I'm holding a contest, people. This is legit. I've already given away 2 belts in the lifespan of this channel. I'm going to give it away at 20,000 subscribers on my quest to quit my day job. How do you win it? All you got to do is comment below and be a subscriber. That's it. I'd appreciate, though, if you could like the video as well and maybe watch the entire thing just to help the algorithm. But seriously, comment and subscribe and you can win this not a toy replica belt. No joke, free shipping, free everything, anywhere in the world too. If South Africa, I'll send it to you. Australia, I'll send it to you. Wyoming, St. Louis, sure, I'll send it. All right.
Around my waist, hell, I maybe even be in the mood for it to be slung over my shoulder.
During his younger years, when he was at his most dangerous, his Viper era, he frequently was depicted with the title over his shoulder, embodying his arrogant and unhinged personality. Now, it's not so much, it doesn't really apply in today's world, but back then, it was more of a sign of disrespect to the championship itself if you didn't wear it around your waist. So Randy saying that he's going to put it on his shoulder, that is a sign that he is reverting back to his Viper days here.
Cody gave me his blessing.
Let me take this weight off your shoulders.
Cody gave me the green light.
Because I'm sure you're hearing the voices in your head.
It's not personal between Cody and I.
And when the bell rings, that's what I expect.
He said I could be the Viper.
That's what they expect.
He said I could do what I needed to do to be who I needed to be.
We get to watch the best Randy Orton has ever been.
To be the best version of myself.
That I get the Legend Killer.
Legend Killer Randy is actually my absolute favorite. I just loved when he was going around and just RKOing everybody. Like his match with Mick Foley, or when he RKO'd Mae Young. Oh my gosh, that was... Mwah.
But Cody, I saw the voices are talking to you too.
So Randy says, I saw the voices are talking to you too. Now, I could have swore that I heard Cody say that, but when I looked it up, all I could find Cody actually saying it was after this promo, because later in the night, Cody does come out and say,
I am hearing those voices inside my head, finally.
But he never said it before this, unless I'm wrong. If somebody can show me in the comments below that Cody actually said, I'm hearing voices before this promo, please put it there, because I looked and I could have swore I remembered something, but I can't find it.
I saw you at Monday Night Raw. I saw you in the Garden.
Madison Square Garden, New York City. What do you want to talk about?
I saw you in the ring with one and only Stephanie McMahon, and she was not lying to you
I want to talk about Randy Orton.
when she said that you could not beat me.
This version of Cody Rhodes can't beat this Randy.
She was not lying to you.
There's only one person that can save you now, and she had better hurry.
Don't do it! No!
And the voices in your head are saying the exact same thing, and I know it.
Again, he's referencing the voices, but where did he say it?
Cody Rhodes, you are not a killer.
The last thing that I would ever want is to be rude. Stephanie McMahon, with all due respect, thank you.
All right, so Cody's music hits, and he starts beelining it to the ring. And just like last week, he's going to immediately start fighting. So Cody gets the upper hand, he beats up Randy Orton in the corner, and then Pat McAfee comes out. Here's my reaction. What? What is this, Pat McAfee? Pat McAfee is doing the classic trope of just going completely the opposite of everything. Look at how he's dressed right here, all in black. I mean, Hulk Hogan did it back in the day, and Pat McAfee is taking inspiration from that era of wrestling even, so it makes sense that he would go all black.
The Rams left town.
Pat McAfee right here starts doing some cheap heat. This is like villain 101, heel 101, where you just get to a town and then you make fun of their local sports team. So I'm only going to bring this up one time. You have all the officials run down, right? But nobody will get in the ring, which is crazy to me because last week you couldn't keep them out of the ring, but this week for some reason they won't enter the ring at all, which is kind of like, I don't know why they did this. They probably should have just stayed in the back. We should have had somebody say something because it was weird. This has been a complaint of mine even for months now, that security comes out way too much and gets involved. But the fact is, why would they do it last week but not this week?
And Randy Orton said, this isn't his home anymore.
I still call St. Louis home. And I am doing this for my real home, which isn't St. Louis, Missouri.
Again, I think it was just a flub. No big deal. We make them, but this is an Easter egg video, so I gotta present it.
Hey, foreign Adam Pearce, shut up.
And Adam, I look forward to some healthy competition between our two brands.
Hey, doofuses.
Word doofus. Definitions. A foolish or stupid person.
You might wonder why I'm here.
Yes, Pat McAfee, we all want to know, because I don't think there's one person that predicted Pat McAfee, the guy on the phone, like this, completely out of left field.
Why, I just kicked Cody Rhodes directly in the balls.
You know who the real victim in all of this is? Randy Rhodes. Brandy, you need to get your man a cup.
About a month ago, I was doing a Q&A.
Will I be returning to the WWE in the future? I don't think you ever say never, especially with WWE.
And I was asked when I was going to return to the WWE.
But right now, it does not feel like it is something...
And I said that I thought the business had passed me by.
Feels like that business has kind of passed me by a little bit. I grew up loving it. Dreamed to work in it.
I know Pat McAfee gets a lot of hate, but I do believe that he is a true fan. And I am not going to lie, I have said this on multiple times on this channel that I do feel that the product may have passed me by, that my idea of what a good show is does not align with what the product is today. Like, I've said that on multiple reviews on this channel.
This business that I loved since I was a kid, I could no longer watch.
Kayfabe is dead.
No!
Yeah.
I thought it was absolute.
Kayfabe's dead. This is entertainment.
Randy called me. He said the business didn't pass you by. It's just gone in a direction that none of us like.
We're all superstars. I understand it, and I also hate it.
And I thought to myself, who's us?
Look at this crowd. This is the forgotten fan right here, because back then, this was normal.
And he talked about the forgotten WWE fan.
Here's the beautiful thing about our world. The internet's not real life.
The Attitude Era fan.
Every critic that is out there. I wish I could tell people, off being a critic. Be a fan.
The one who woke up thinking to themselves, what? 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 What?
What?
What?
You son of a what?
The ones who walked around and said, you smell
What the Rock is cooking.
The fans that put this company on their back.
And I get it. A lot of times we do have, rose-colored glasses of the past, but I don't know. I would challenge almost anyone to put a Monday Night Raw from 1998 up against a Monday Night Raw from 2026 and tell me which one you are more engaged with.
The fans that put this company on their back to launch it into the multi-billion.
1 billion. 1 billion? 1 billion.
1 billion, huh?
That's a lot of people to help burn it down.
World universe that it is now.
Felicidades, WWE Universe! Congratulations!
Yes. We've been forgotten about.
I do believe that Pat McAfee was kind of a letdown of a reveal, but everything he is saying is definitely resonating with this forgotten fan. Or maybe we haven't been forgotten about, but we've been told to shut up.
Every critic that is out there. I wish I could tell people, off being a critic.
So the next statement here, some people think it's a knock at AEW, but I don't think so, because he says, when I turn on WWE TV.
When I turn on WWE TV.
He doesn't say, when I turn on wrestling today. He literally says WWE TV. So I don't believe this has anything to do with AEW whatsoever.
I have to watch 2 5'5" guys do a 45-minute Iron Man match.
Most likely, he's referencing the US Open Challenge. Why are we doing these 45-minute bangers? And they never actually went 45 minutes. Give him a break. He's just exaggerating for the sake of the story. So 30 minutes, 25 minutes. Still, those are too long of matches every single week without any real story. And he was also exaggerating on the height. It wasn't 5'5". Nobody actually was 5'5" that actually wrestled for the US title. Here is every participant and their height. Axiom, 5'8". The following people are 5'10". Johnny Gargano, Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, JD McDonough, Nathan Frazier, and Ray Phoenix. The following are 5'11". Aleister Black, Tommaso Ciampa. At 6'1", we got Sami Zayn, John Cena, Leon Slater, Dr. Wagner Jr. At 6'2", Shinsuke Nakamura, Matt Cardona, and at 6'5", we got Javon Evans. Hang on a second, I don't see The Miz on here. And it says The Miz is 6'2", which is weird because I didn't think he was taller than John Cena, though people say John Cena's been 6'1", 6'2", depending on who you ask.
10 weeks straight for no rhyme or reason.
Because I want you to hear me out. Matches aren't necessarily a bad thing, but if I had to have 2 matches that were 30 minutes or 3 matches that were 10 minutes and 3 storyline segments that were 10 minutes apiece, I'd rather have that. That's 6 different segments with a ton of your roster featured, as opposed to just 2 matches that go 30 minutes. Save the 30-minute matches for PLEs.
When Randy Orton is around.
When Randy Orton is around, he's going to say that 3 times in this promo. And I mean, that's just a classic. That's just a classic way of getting your point drilled into somebody's head. You just repeat yourself over and over and over again.
Why do I turn on Netflix and I see all of Gorilla?
gorilla position in today's world, it is the epicenter of everything we do. The show is run from there.
Circle jerking themselves.
Nice guys.
Hey, it was like a really cool moment for all of us.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually hate Unreal too. And I hate that I hate Unreal because I'm actually in Unreal. Season 1, episode 4, like the last 5 or 10 minutes, I'm in it, reacting, and I wish I liked it. But no, I think it is a detriment to the business.
Tickets to WrestleMania are still somehow available.
WrestleMania ticket sales this year are 18% behind where they were at the same point last year.
And SmackDown, fresh off the worst rated episode of all time.
Nobody is watching WWE SmackDown as it hits another all-time low. Fell below 1 million viewers for the first time in the show's history when it hasn't been moved in a regular time slot, right?
Okay, so that news clip was from October. Pat McAfee made it sound like last week's rating were the lowest of all time. No, he's lumping everything together and just over-exaggerating to get his point across, which is a thing that wrestlers do in their promos. But basically, it was not the worst week last week, but we are in the worst period. We are in the worst period since before October even, but if we just go from October to now, the ratings have been the worst they've ever been as a whole for SmackDown.
Has a puppet for a champion.
And I thought our show was weird. Uh-oh. Did we talk about this?
A man that represents everything that we hate.
What you represent. Now that's the problem. And you say all these things that you're gonna do when we know you're not gonna do them. Started a company and a promotion that you couldn't get over in, and then you ran away. Spoken and spun like a true politician. Hey, anybody got a kid that needs to be kissed? He will pull your kid out here and make him a part of his entrance.
What I'm saying is, Cody, I'm the one on the phone.
No, you're right, it was time.
Telling Randy Orton he needs to kill everything.
You're right. I'm gonna go to the ring right now, and I'm gonna fix it. I'll see you in St. Louis.
It's because the business that you're leading is terrible.
It's also been reported by Fightful and the Wrestling Observer is because WrestleMania ticket sales, it's down 20%.
Yeah.
And they did sales, they announced more matches. It's not shifted enough tickets.
And he is gonna save the business.
So this is the exact same story as last year, but the opposite side of the coin.
I am going to ruin wrestling for everyone.
Last year, John Cena turned heel and he kicked Cody in the balls, and then he proceeded to want to ruin the business. But here we got them wanting to save the business. So Randy Orton is whispering in Cody's ears. We don't know if this is going to be a story beat or not, because rumor has it that Pat McAfee was sent by the head of TKO himself to go out there. And then when he did go out there, rumor has it he went off script.
It's what this business is supposed to look like.
And the fans are cheering. Fans are still cheering. And now we have Pat McAfee going back into the gorilla position that he was talking about earlier.
But it turns out to be Pat McAfee on a mission to destroy everything in WWE.
But that's not correct. Pat McAfee said he literally wants to save WWE. Now, he might want to destroy everything that is present about WWE in today's age. He wants to bring it back to the ruthless aggression or attitude era days. And so, there you have it, your Easter egg deep dive breakdown of the Pat McAfee heel turn. What did you think of what he had to say? Did you agree with it? Or are you just like, I just can't take Pat McAfee serious? Because in my mind, right message, wrong guy, but I am interested. I am interested to see where it goes. All right, boys. All right, girls. See ya, bye.